Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and welcome to part 3 of Preserving the Memory. Yes, this is Vanguard Zero and we are now in shop location 1, and just the same as we did with the previous video, part 2 and part 3, if you haven't checked those out, we are just going to be looking at everything just to make sure that once the game has finished and is over, there is at least some representation of everything that was in there. So if we go to change character, this is a little bit different from shop 2, because you can see that we have a whole list of different characters here. So these are the event ones, but we also have the ones from regular Vanguard, then from the Asia circuit, the Link Joker arc, the Link Joker arc reverse, Legion mate, and then back to the events. And all of these were all 3D models as well, which is very, very cool to see. We're going to see some of those, but we're not going to see all of them. The menu is largely the same. I don't think there's much more going on there than what we saw in the previous one. So I don't think we need to click on anything there. Info is, I think, also the same. Yep, there is the terms of service notification. I don't think the gift box looks very different. Actually, that might be slightly different. Let me just click on claim history. Oh my goodness, so if we click on claim history, does this go all the way back to 3 years ago? I mean, surely not. No, it goes back to the 8th of February 2023, which is not particularly the same as 3 years ago. I really like the fact that Aichi is all 3D animated. That was one of the things that I really missed from Season 1. Let's go into our quests from here. You can see that I did a few, but not many. So this is still G grade 274. So this grade here, 90, that is for completing the story. So there you are. You have reached the maximum grade. New quests are scheduled to be released in the near future. We'll keep you updated. So how to get on to grade 90, sorry, was by going through the story, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. The next thing we're going to look at is the character fight, because the character fights are different in shop 1 than they are in shop 2. Because this is all the original Vanguard ones. So as you can see here, there is Aichi with his Royal Paladin deck, and you, instead of just having very easy, normal and hard, you've got very easy, normal, hard and very hard, all of which are different and give you different rewards, as you can see there, which is very, very cool to see. And you have that for Mizaki, who plays Oracles. It says that they're Oracle Think Tank, and then you can see the friend level, because you had to raise their friend levels back in these days. There's Ren with Shadow Paladin, Gold Paladin Aichi, Angel Feather, Rekka, Genesis version of Mizaki, Kagero Toshiki Kai, Narukami for Kai, Nova Grappler, which is Kamui, Dimension Police with Keiji, Kai's Link Joker, Dark Irregulars for Tetsuo, Pale Moon Asuka, Mirror Triangle for Emi, Aqua Force for Leon, and Great Nature for Christopher Lowe. And that was it. You only had those 8 from the original one. Of course, you can still go in, you can still actually fight them if you want. You can choose to quick fight, or you can actually properly fight them. So then you can see they've got special rules. So all the opponents have plus 2,000 power at all times. For this, all opponents' units have plus 1,000 power. Both players have 6 damage, so that's normal. This one, the opponent only has 5 damage. And this one, the opponent, you can win by dealing 4 damage to the opponent. So those were the rules that were set up for the difference between those. Once you got the 3 stars on them, then you were able to go into quick fight from that point onwards. And as you can see, I did, I'm pretty sure that I 5-starred everything for every character. Well, 3-starred everything even. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that I did. Yeah. Yep, because I am a completionist and I wanted to make sure that everything was indeed done. So if we click on story with This one, I think this might be different. I think this might be different for shop 1 than it is in shop 2. Yeah, because this is the final arc. Also, you had a hard mode on this, which I never did. You can see there that I'm still on chapter 1 of the hard mode, so I just had zero interest in this. But if we go to change chapter, you can see there's all the chapters. So chapter 0 is only available at easy, and then it goes all the way right through the entire original series, which that is all of Vanguard Zero 1, and then next up we have the Asia circuit. So the final boss of Zero 1 was the Ren versus Aichi fight. Then it's the Leon fight at the end of Asia circuit. And then we've got the Link Joker arc, which the end fight was probably against Chaos Breaker Dragon. It was either Chaos Breaker Dragon or it's Glendios, but I think it was Chaos Breaker Dragon in this final battle here. And then you've got the Legion Mate arc, which I think the final battle is against Aichi using Blaster Joker. And then you have the Neon Messiah, which was essentially the movie. And okay, so we can use the arrows here to go between them. And you can see there's all the different various chapters along like so. It's quite long to go through all of it, but if we just click on this one, there you can see there's the Neon Messiah movie, which of course ends with the Ibuki fight, where Ibuki is playing Deleters, and that is where Aichi uses the first stride, the Neon Messiah, which is why Ibuki starts playing Messiahs. It's the interesting tidbit to that. So that was all the homepage for shop 1, I believe. These two parts here are exactly the same, so I don't need to go into those. So now let's move on to the next part, which is fight. You can see that it actually moves across the shop to the fight area. And there we have Toshiki Kai. Now, interestingly enough, this one you can't change. Well, you can change. If you've got Kai here, then Kai gets changed with Morikawa, I believe. I think it's either Morikawa or... No, it's not Morikawa, actually. It's Toa. I think it's Toa. It's Kai's friend that appears here instead. So, actually, I'm going to show that off as well. Before we do anything else, let's just go into the various different parts of the game. So over here, of course, you've got Shin, that is the shop owner. And then in the shop, behind the till, you've got Mizaki. And if you click on Team or My Room, that takes you to a different area. So we're going to go back to Home. And we're going to just change Aichi out. I'm going to be changing Aichi back, but let's put it to any Kai, because Kai can't exist in two places. And once again, yes, I am recording this at 4 AM, that's why Kai is saying not going to sleep. And if I now go to fight here, you can see that it's now Toa that shows up there. And Toa also replaces everyone else if you start using them elsewhere. So let's just show that off, because it's almost an Easter egg, really. So if it lets me. So we want a Mizaki. I also think it's really cool that all of these are 3D modelled as well. Into the shop there is Toa. And Toa has his own unique voice lines. Oh, I've just been asked to come and help assist a cat, that's all. So it's basically saying that Assist a Cat is the one that's actually working the till, but Toa's just helping him, which is hilarious. And I think we can change to Shin in the original series. Let me just check down here. Where would he be? Maybe you can't. Maybe he was only later on. No, I'm not. Oh, there he is. Okay, there. So we can put Shin there. And if we go into card now, there you can see there is Toa once again. And that is the only way to actually get Toa in all of those areas as well. So it's just a cool little Easter egg that's the only way to change the characters in the other areas. So we're going to go back to Aichi. I would like to go through all the characters. You guys let me know in the comment section below if that is something that you would like to see, if you just want to see like a separate video of me just going through every single 3D animated character that you can have on your homepage, because otherwise I think that's going to be quite a bit longer and make the video quite a bit longer than what it really needs to be. But there we are. So that is the home screen parts. Let's go into the fight. So you have the training groups. And you've got your method. You can either only be against AI fighters, prioritize players, or only play against players. And then if you go into AI only, then you can see it basically just lets you select a deck and then you're paired randomly against a AI opponent the same way that you would be in ranked. So if we go into rank, again it looks exactly the same as it does in Shop 2. So if you want to see what that looks like, just watch the previous video. And Friend Fight, I think this also teleports you to the same area. Oh no, this one is a little bit different actually. So if we go to create room, I think from here it becomes the same. Yeah, and then from there it is exactly the same as it was in Shop 2, which I've already shown off, so don't need to show off that. So the next one to look at, well, we've got the season rewards down here, which as you can see, I think this is exactly the same as what it was before. The ranking I'm pretty sure is the same, but just for completion's sake, let's click on it again. There we are. Also, there's no way to change the background on Shop 1. That's only a thing you can do in Shop 2. But Shop 2 is all just 2D animation rather than 3D animation, so that makes more sense. And I think the legend rank still looks exactly the same here. Oh well, that's interesting. Climb your way through 18 ranks. That's all it says if you click on that. That's crazy. Because that's I don't think that's how it works anymore. Well, actually, we're Legend Rank Zero. Maybe you do still have to make your way up to Legend Rank if you were to play the game from the very beginning. Next up is into the card area. A lot of this is going to be the same as in Shop 2. So, once again, you've got the forum, which is just going to teleport us to the forum area, as we saw beforehand. Simon the Best, oh my goodness. Someone giving me a shout out that happens to know my real name somehow. So there's still a few comments. It's like Buy Zero. This one's Board White Mermaid. There you can see a few of the others. Built with Love. Goodbye Vanguard Zero. Goodbye Vanguard Zero. Bye Vanguard Zero. Goodbye Vanguard Zero. So, and a lot of people saying goodbye to Vanguard Zero there. You can see. Help me with combo. Dominate. Silverthorn family. Regalia return to deck. Post before Zero end. And there's mine. Submitted by the Grand Cat. Goodbye Vanguard Zero. So we managed to scroll far enough down to actually find ourselves from the previous video that I uploaded that one. So let's click on recommended decks. I'll be honest, I've completely forgotten what this is. I don't think I've ever clicked on this button before. Oh. So this is from quite a while ago, because you can see that this is 19th of December 2022, 4th of December 2022, and so on and so forth. So let's see what some of these look like. In G special decks. This must have been a thing that they stopped doing after a while. Apparently I didn't own any of this, whatever this is. It doesn't seem good. I'm thankful I don't own it. Oracle Think Tank Revised. Interesting. I think by the end there was significantly better Susano support than what I was being recommended there, but I think maybe that was what you had access to at the time. The card overview is still exactly the same as is the deck building, but we're going to click on them just once again for the sake of completionist. There you can see everything there. You can select through all your different things. You can choose between all the ones that you own and all of them. And you can check out, like, look, there's all the Genesis cards that I do not own. Interesting thing about Genesis, I completely did the event, got all the items for it and things, and then forgot to get anything. And then by the time I remembered, the claim phase had finished, so I wasn't able to. And I was like, oh, well, all that was entirely for nothing. Going to deck building. Deck building is going to just be exactly the same. It's going to look exactly the same as what the fight screen does, where you can choose this. The only difference is the button is not there to actually fight. It's only customize, confirm, and build instead. Next up, we're going to go to the shop, and a lot of the things are going to be the same here. And then after this, we're going to be looking at team, and then finally my room. So, as you can see, VIP not, because I'm not paying for the VIP. Once again, the problem, like, I'd have happily paid for the VIP every single month if I thought the money was worth it. Do I want to purchase it? I do not. No, thank you. 14 days, cost £10.49, and you get 600 and... well, it's 630 plus 50 daily for 14 days? For 14 days. So that's another 700 that you get. So really, it's like you get 1,500, but slowly, for £10. £10.49 even. So to get 1,500 gems, which is the equivalent of opening 15 packs, costs £10.50, which is shockingly not worth it. That is horrible. Especially when you get so many packs for free through the game anyway. Literally, I mean, I think you get 20 packs for reaching the maximum VP level each month. So that was a problem. You know, if they fixed that, maybe they wouldn't be having such a problem. It's really, Bishro just needs someone that knows anything about freaking marketing on their goddamn payroll. I mean, hell, message me. I'll do it for free. I'll be like, hey, I advise you to do this. And so long as you follow my freaking recommendations, you might have something that actually makes some goddamn money. Freaking Bishop. Anyway, so item exchange is going to look exactly the same. Good thing is, you had a great product here. You had a great game. You just didn't know how to monetize it. That was the freaking issue. So this is actually a different color of screen here. can see this is all the original art, which is actually very different to the Store 3. Also, is it just me or is this faster? That's crazy. I'm just going to very quickly speed through these. We're not going to go through everything, but there we are. If you wanted to see any of that, you can just pause the video, and also if you use the comma and full stop buttons, you can actually use that to go frame by frame through the video. And also if you use J and L on your YouTube, you can use that to go forward and backwards by 10 seconds, as opposed to pressing the left and right buttons, which only goes by 5 seconds. So there you go, there's some cool tricks you can do for YouTube. Next up, we're going to go into purchase deck. I think this is exactly the same. There you go, it is the same horrible expensive pricing that is shockingly not worth it at all. Purchase gems is exactly the same. There you go. And if we're going to purchase items, it is the same thing as well. There you go, $9.49 for a G medal, etc. I think this all looks the same. Just for completion's sake, we'll just click on each of the things. And there we go. So the last things to look at today is going into my team. And you can see that Meowth joined just 2 days ago. I think the previous video you actually saw me clicking on team menu and accepting the players, and he was one of the 3 players that was sitting there waiting to join the team. You can see that there is no requests. There you can see the member list. Well, let's just take a look at all of the members. There you can see me as leader, G grade 274, and there is everyone else. There we go. Meowth is only G grade 8. That's unfortunate. It seems like he maybe only joined, started playing the game not so long ago. It's rather unfortunate. It's unfortunate to see when new players start a game that has already announced that it's got a marked end of service. So next up, we're going to go into my room, which is a feature that was largely stopped being used by everyone, because there was really no reason to, I suppose. Now this is special to me because those of you that know, well, on the YouTube channel you've probably seen it quite a lot. We do a lot of videos in a shop called Current Cosplay, which is a shop that is indeed owned by me, and this is very sort of a layout of what the shop looks like. This here is the entrance to the shop that you come in. Then you have a whole bunch of tables in your main area. There is where the till is, and you can see that it's all set up. There's a whole bunch of things that are for sale here, but there's actually a wall that goes along here, and there's 2 doors in the back. The door here leads into this, leads into this area. Here where you've got a big TV, you've got games consoles, you've got a couch and everything in there, and you've got a whole load of various other things. And the other one leads into the back area, which goes into our storage space. And there's also a table back there as well if we need to extend it, if we need to get more players into the shop. And the Fortress of Solitude is hidden back there as well. Fortress of Solitude, which you have to go through the Hall of Justice to get through. This area here is called the Arena, and this area here is called the War Room. So these characters, I'm not sure what they represent. I did know at one time. I think the Ren represented me. I think the Leon represented Marcus. I think The Kami was supposed to represent Brocky at one time. This one here, Shingo, I think was supposed to be Baron. Also, you can talk to them. And this one here is Big Boss Man, from what I remember. So, you can also, from here, you can, first of all, set characters. So you can choose what characters you want to place. And there you can see you can buy the remaining ones. We also have the event ones. Oh, look, there's a there's a Kazumi. I didn't even know he was there. And we can go into the event ones here. And you can see that the previous event ones that you didn't own, you can actually just now buy for 2,500 gems. Now remember that for, what was it, £10.50, you get 1,500 gems. And it also takes 2 weeks for you to get the last 700, and these all cost 2,500 gems. So that just goes to show what the pricing was like in this game, which was a bit kind of crazy. The next one is we can place furniture. There's a whole bunch of furniture that I own. I'm just going to very quickly look through everything. So you can see everything there. It all has its own little 3D model that you can place. Just for the sake of preserving everything, I'm going to scroll through all of the different parts here. So this might take a little while. If this is boring for you, you can just fast forward through the video. But if you want to see what all of the different things were that was available in the game, then this is all of them right here. Of course, things like wall decoration and panel and things meant they would go on the walls. I think the rugs would go on the floor, so you could put things on top of rugs and things as well. This is gardening and cuisine. So a lot of these are all the birthday cakes, which if we click on these, you can see they're size 1 by 1, not used 1, owned 1, and then it tells you what the thing is. You can see there, birthday flower, happy birthday to Eye Change in 6, and so on. These are the special ones. Those are happy birthday Naokui ones. You don't need to click on everything. These things are massive, they're size 5 by 5. In fact, let me just show you, if we click on place, you can see just how massive he is, that he takes up so much space, and you can rotate them as well. So quite ridiculous. So that's what happens when you click on these. There is other ones. Some of these ones are cool, because it's sort of like different versions of past things. Like for example, you can get this one without the little characters around it, but this one, it's got like the little characters like placed on it. And if we place it, you can see that the characters don't move or anything, it's just a solid little thing. It's pretty cool actually. And then if we go into trophy, I never topped anything, I never got into the top 10, I just didn't see the point of it, and right, and well, now I really don't see the point, and this is the setting up of the actual rooms where you can change what the walls look like. So this is the one we're currently using. So for example, if we place this one, you can see that the walls entirely change. We'll just cancel that. It's the same for floor. We've got the various different floors as well. Let's just put something like this on there. Also, KC does have the hardwood flooring as well. Various different windows that you can place. There's the doors, and those are the pillars, and that is everything. And you can also shop for additional items. You can see that certain things, these are the things that are on sale. Like there's always like things that are on sale like this. Oh, that's interesting. You can actually buy some of the birthday things. I didn't realise you could do that. I think these were the clan event things. So that's pretty cool. You can also try it out before purchasing. There's the Valentine's Day event ones. And Christmas one, it's just the one. It costs 400 for that one, my goodness. So I think a lot of these were past event things, which is... That's weird. It's just weird that that one cost money, because I'm fairly certain I didn't pay any money for it. Oh, these must be like all the previous events, because, yeah, I just realised that now. So these are like, if you missed any of these from any of these events, you can purchase them for, you know, actual gems, you know, the gems that cost money. So there we are. We went through the rest of it so far, so why not? And then Christmas 2021 was presumably the first one. There's the chair, that's the Alfred chair. Yeah, King's Throne. You can see that that one cost red gems as opposed to the yellow My Shop gems. Once again, we're just going to go through all of this very, very quickly. So once again, if this is not entertaining for you, feel free to skip through it. But we just want to, for the sake of completionist, go through everything so that there is some record of it somewhere on the internet. I'm going to hope that I don't miss anything. This is pretty cool. This is the Blaster Dark sword, and there's also a Blaster Blade sword. I think both of which I'm using in the shop as well. And those are the purchasable regular floors, windows, etc. walls. You can look at one regular door. And there we go, yep, there is the two swords there, the Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark ones. I also like that these tables have the little mats set out, you know, for actually playing the game. It's just hilarious to get some random interactions like that. So the next one we're going to go is click on My Set, and you know what, first of all, I think we're going to save this one just to make sure. Okay, so what we can do here, you can only have 4, and this is hilarious. So if we click on place, then that will set the current room to this, and this one I think is called the cult or something like that. But there you can see it is it's a cult of Vanguard dedicated to all that nonsense. Oh, we can actually click on this to get the different angles as well. And if we click that, then you can see that you can actually turn off the rest of the thing. That's interesting. So that is the first of my sets. This is the KC Cult. The next one is my real flat. Oh my goodness. This is where I'm actually recording from right now. I'm recording from my own flat. So there isn't an awful lot going on here. This here is my very bed. This is the representation of me. I have a lamp next to my bed. There's also this little area here, which my laptop has been set on. I have a couch right next to me. And then I've got my door in the back there, which my jacket is actually hanging in the back of the door. I'm just turning around to check there. And this here is representation of my living room. There's my couch, I've got a chair, I've got a table here, I've got a big TV, a whole bunch of consoles would be down here attached to it. There's an actual radiator sitting here, and this part here is the kitchen area, which, well, I mean, it's just your sink, your fridge, and all your other basic utilities. So that's pretty cool. So that's very interesting to see. So once again, let's just do that. Just for the sake of preservation. And the only one there is, of course, Ren, which is the representation of me, because he's the only one that's here. And this one here is the representation of my Glasgow house, which, well, this isn't a TV, this is supposed to be a laptop that's meant to be there, but that is where my trophy cabinet is. That's just a bunch of various... Oh my goodness, I didn't realise that Ren could actually go behind there. And yeah, we've got a little desk and everything there as well. Yeah, that's a fairly good representation. I always quite enjoyed making things that were, you know, like actual representations rather than just nonsense. But I do really like that Casey cult. That was that was absolutely hilarious. You know, a church dedicated to Vanguard. Ah, my goodness. And also you can click store all, which if you do that, then it puts literally everything into storage, and then you're only left with the basic blank version, and then you can change around the characters that you want. But we're not going to do that, we're just going to place this one right back here, like such. And there we go. You can also visit friends, which... There you go, there's all the various different people from my friend list that we could go and visit. Let's go and actually visit someone. Who shall we visit? Who do we want to visit? Let's go for Red Dragon Emperor, who is the big boss man. And he has 205 likes on his room. I think I've got around 500-ish likes. There we go. His is still Christmas themed. It was probably the last time that he used it. So we can give a like once per day, like so. It goes up to 206. And then return to room. Does anything actually tell me how many likes I've actually got? I assume it was. Oh, we've got 572 likes. It says it right there in that little area there. And now if we just go to random visit, it will just randomly select someone and we will visit them. I'm going to give them a like as well. Oh, that's a nice little place that they've got. Brave Legend, grade 8, and he was intermediate. So I'm going to give him a like. Puts him up to 69, which is absolutely perfect, because that's the hilarious number. And yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a nice little layout that he's put there for himself. And that's us. So let's return back to home, and that is us done all of those parts. So after giving it a little bit of thought, I'm going to do another couple of videos. I'm going to do one where I just show off all of the different characters. That'll be one. Another one is I'm going to do the Vanguard GZ final matches, which is when you get to fight against the big boss fight against Giz, which there's 6 days left to do it, so I'm going to have to do that relatively soon. We might show off a ranked fight as well, just to show what that looks like. I might not show off the ranked fight because, like, is there really a reason? Just see meta versus meta, because that's all that happens in ranked fights. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to finish the story on Shop 2 as well. So that is going to be it. Well, that is it for Shop 1 for the original Vanguard series. And that is going to be it for this video, because the next video is going to be a different one. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, share and subscribe. I love the support that you guys have been showing all the way through this. I've had a load of comments from you guys already. I've had a load of brand new views and a load of brand new subscribers. So again, thank you for that. It's very much appreciated. We will continue to be doing Vanguard things even after Vanguard Zero finishes. Of course, we do have the actual physical shop and we do have the actual physical card game, which we can do things there as well. So if there's anything like that that you guys want to see, do let me know, because I'm very interested. And I also love hearing your comments. I love the outpour of comments that you guys have been giving me on the past couple of Vanguard Zero episodes. I know it's quite upsetting for a lot of people. There's quite a few of us that are quite annoyed because we're losing a lot of progress. A lot of us have spent a lot of money in the game, and of course once the game ends, we're not going to have anything to show for that. So that's going to be very disappointing for everyone. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. Some people are okay with it. Some people are like, it was a good game. They're positive about it. They're remembering the good times and the happy moments, and that's very cool to see as well. That positivity, as well as letting you guys have somewhere to get out your frustrations and get out your be upset with other like-minded souls, at the fact that your game is going to be coming to an end, unfortunately. All of our game, it's for me as well, of course. But with that said, that is going to be it for this video, folks. I really hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these little videos go out. And we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.